Hey guys, Maria Elena returning to you once again from Purplehead Adventures. It's Cinco de Mayo, my favorite holiday. I'm so excited to be with you guys again. Colin is back. We've got a little hat on him today. I also took the liberty of buying some little mustaches. They don't stick very well. No, Colin, we're not going to eat that. We have a little outfit today. It's not quite as cute as last year's outfit, but for toddlers and like 2-year-olds, well, he's not 2 yet. He's like a year and a half, but for those guys, they don't have as cute of outfits as maybe the infant ones. So bear with us on our just regular red outfit today. Alright guys, so if you guys remember at all, Cinco de Mayo is not, we have to clear the air on this, it is not about the independence of Mexico against Spain. That's in September. This is about the Battle of Puebla. Colin loves to travel the world and spin my globe. The victory at the Battle of Puebla. So that's what today is about. If you know me, we make a video every year. In fact, we started in 2020 during the pandemic. It was Cinco de Mayo in captivity. That was a fun one. We talked about different destinations to travel to in Mexico, and we made mole sauce, which is funny because I don't actually like mole sauce, but I liked my mole sauce, and I started liking it after that. The next year in 2021, I think we did, what did we do? Oh, we talked about fun facts about Cinco de Mayo itself, and we made flan. That's when I destroyed my kitchen, burnt a few pans, set off the smoke detector. That was a great time. Oh boy, guys. I hope that doesn't like happen this year. I don't know, maybe it will. No sugar, or at least not too much. Okay, and then I think the following year we did, yeah, I know, I agree, Colin. The following year, we made Mexican potato salad. Ironically enough, I don't like potato salad either, but I liked my Mexican potato salad, so that was fun. And we did trivia from the year before. It was like the fun facts that I had talked about the year before. The year after that, when I was pregnant with Colin in 2022, actually that was that year. The year after that would have been last year when Colin was just a baby. We made guacamole, which I do like. That was my famous recipe. And we talked about things that, fun facts about Mexico itself. I thought for some reason, which I talked about in my St. Patrick's Day video, that we talked about things that were invented in Mexico. I was wrong. We talked about a few of those, but it was mostly about stuff that was unique to Mexico. So today, drum roll, we're going to talk about actual inventions from Mexico. So things that came from Mexico. Things that originated there. Some of them will be repeats. You'll hear about them again that we talked about last year. So maybe you'll remember some of those. And we're going to make, drum roll, another thing that I don't like. Guys, you're going to think I don't like Mexican, which is ridiculous because he went out for Mexican when he was 3 days old. We're addicted to Mexican. His first birthday party was Mexican themed. It's a huge deal. I made him a Mexican cake. So guys, I love Mexican, but I don't like chili rellenos, and that's indeed what we're going to make today. Oh, that should be really interesting. I notoriously think they kind of smell and taste like a wet dog. My husband loves them, so Colin will try them too. I don't know if he's going to like them or not. Colin, where's your belly? Are you going to put that in your belly? You going to put that in your belly? Okay, he'll show us his belly later. He likes to do that, guys. I'm sure it'll make an appearance at some point. So that's what we're doing today. Gosh, guys, oh, and by the way, Colin is 20 months, so we're going to have him try it on his 20-month birthday. So, Colin, we're going to stick that in your belly. What do you think about that? You want to say hi? Say hi. Oh, he's got his VTech phone. Hopefully he doesn't call the hotline on me again for cleaning his face like he did in our St. Patrick's Day video, which we just recorded a few weeks ago. So, all right, guys, without further ado, we got a lot of stuff to cover today, so we will meet you in the kitchen, and we're going to talk about our first fun Mexican invention. All right, Colin, say see you in there. Where's your belly? Where's your belly? There's your belly. Are you going to have some chili rellenos? Is that Mama's coaster? Colin. Okay, we are at the Mexican grocery store, La Plaza something or other. Colin is back here patiently awaiting our entrance. Last time I was here, it was for his birthday. It was really awkward in there, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, here we go. Oh good, they have carts. Okay, we're already causing scenes. I'm not even in the store yet.
What?
Oh, that was chaotic. As always, every time I go anywhere, we're gonna try, I don't know what this is, but Colin gets a treat. I'm not sure what's in it. Pretty tasty? Okay guys, we are now gonna start our chili rellenos. Okay, luckily I'm not the one on camera here. I just chopped 2 onions. If you guys know me at all, I don't have the best track record with those. I look like I got attacked by a bear. I actually had a friend this weekend tell me that if I put a piece of bread in my mouth, somehow that would make it go over a little better. My eyes and my sinuses beg to differ. So be proud, guys. I chopped 2 whole onions. It's kind of an achievement for me. Okay, let's talk about the history of the chili relleno. It has these poblano peppers, which actually have been growing for a long time near Puebla, Mexico, which is where we're celebrating today. That's what Cinco de Mayo is all about. It came from the mountainous region, possibly in Cholula, like the hot sauce. Seems like we should add that, which is thought to be the oldest continuously inhabited city in Mexico. That's interesting. So the Spanish actually arrived, and back in the 16th century, they brought new cooking techniques over to Mexico, but then Mexico kind of had the little reverse influence going on, so Spanish actually adopted the Aztec method of adding like cheese and all the crap that's unhealthy for you. And so, therefore, the birth of the chili relleno came about. It's like a fusion between Aztec and Spanish cuisines. So that's how that originated. Okay, guys, so as you see, there's a lot of ingredients. I tried to organize it. Organization is not my specialty, but I'm going to try to explain this one here, so bear with me. Okay, we have 4 poblano peppers. You guys saw me buy that in the store. They successfully made it home. I didn't drop them or anything, or at least not that I'm showing you guys. 3.5 cups of shredded Oaxaca cheese. I have not shredded it yet. I just want to give you guys one more look at this. I guess you could use maybe mozzarella. Kind of looks like that if you don't have Oaxaca cheese. Kind of like a soft cheese. We have here a half of a small white onion. Okay, we're going to save the other half for the sauce, but this is half and that's half. I chopped a whole onion, guys, plus more. We have 4 eggs over here. We have a half a teaspoon of salt over there. We have a cup of oil, which is this. It's in this little guacamole bowl. Isn't that cute, you guys? But no, this is oil. This is not guacamole. Don't dip your chips in that. It says to use canola oil, but you can really use olive oil or vegetable oil. I actually have a combination of some of the oils, but, you know, oil is oil. Okay, so we got a cup of that in there. We have a cup of flour over here. Some sliced red onion for garnish. I know that's a little more than garnish, but I was already cutting it, so I might as well finish cutting it just to have something to show for my poor unsuspecting eyes. And we have here our, cotija cheese. Guys, I want to say cottage cheese. It's not cottage cheese, it's cotija cheese. I'm going to shred this. You can use crumbled cotija cheese, but that's what we're going to use to crumble and put on top. We're also going to have a separate amount of ingredients over here for the sauce. We have 2 more tablespoons of oil. Again, it could be any kind of oil. 5 Roma tomatoes. That's these little tomatoes that look like, I don't know, like something you'd see on a video game. I don't know. That's what I think of. Those are Roma tomatoes. We are going to slice those in half. I just haven't done it. I want to show you guys what they look like first. We have here the other half of our small white onion cut into slices. We have a large garlic clove. Okay, it says 1 garlic clove. Guys, as you know, I'm not going to use just 1 garlic clove. We talked about this last year. Slice it in half. I sliced like 4 or 5. That's still probably not going to be enough. We're going to cut that in half. We have here a teaspoon of salt over there and a half a teaspoon of dried oregano. optional banana that's borderline going bad back there. I included it this time, guys. Colin loves bananas, so maybe he'll be eating that. All right, guys, so that's our complete list of ingredients. We're gonna get started here. I'm nervous, and this is probably the most involved one I've made. And we'll see if I like it. Well, I don't know. We're continuing on the trend. We'll see if I can eat this. All right, let's get started. Okay, we are up to our first invention from Mexico. Guys, you might remember this from last year. We had the talk about this. It's birth control pills. Colin knows nothing about those, but he knows a lot about Cheerios. So, oh man, guys. Okay, this is how I get thanked. So yes, oral contraceptives came from Mexico. This was invented by a guy named Luis Miramontes, and he was only 26 years old. Back in 1951, I guess, with all the beaches and people in their swimsuits in Mexico. Maybe it was in high demand, I don't know. But he created what's called progestin norethindrum, I guess. That was the first pill. And he was named father of the pill. He's not the father. Get it? Not the father, he's the father of the pill. Oh boy, guys. Colin here is focused on his Cheerios, thanking us that we did not have any birth control pills going on in this house. Colin will eat Cheerios just like that. All right, guys, back to the kitchen. Okay, so I've sliced my Roma tomatoes in half. I've now multiplied them, and I've got out my handy dandy cheese grater, and I'm gonna grate my cheeses here. No sultanas this time, guys. Nothing to pronounce. No green grapes this time around. Okay, our cheese is now ready. This was our Oaxaca cheese. This is a little more than 3.5 cups. I like cheese. What's nice about this cotija cheese, guys, is it crumbles right in your hands. So you barely have to do anything. So that's for the topping. Again, probably way more than you need. That little block I showed you guys is more like 4 cups. That's okay. I'm definitely not going to complain about that. Guys, I didn't show you this. By the way, we have a Mexican cutting board here. I think I showed you guys this at St. Patrick's Day. But this is how obsessed with Mexican food we are. I've got this little cutting board here. Okay, the next thing we're going to do to prep this, I know I usually have this all prepped ahead of time, but guys, I really just wanted to show you how to do it as I'm learning how to do it. So if I make any mistakes, you guys are right there with me and you won't make the same mistake. So these 4 peppers, what we're going to do is we're going to lightly oil them. I don't think that includes this oil. I think we're just going to put a little oil on each one, about 1/4 teaspoon per chili. And then we're going to put this like directly on the stove, guys. Okay, I'm just having flashbacks to a couple years ago when I burnt the pan and the smoke alarm went off, so pray for my soul. Okay, well, they're over there popping pills. The other Mexicans are over there popping corn. That's right, guys. Popcorn also came from Mexico. We are at Trader Joe's now, and we're going to go get just that. Okay, we got some popcorn here. I've never had this kind, but for the sake of this video, we're buying some. I'm not going to open that yet, Colin. In a minute. Okay, we have successfully got some popcorn in Trader Joe's. We got a bag of it just for the sake of this video. Colin was quite the popular dude in there wearing this outfit. Okay, guys, so indeed, popcorn was invented in Mexico. It was called mimochli back in the day, something like that. And the word for corn is maize in Spanish. It was invented in the 50s by a man by the name of Hernan Cortez, who was a conquistador. Not to talk about conquerors on Cinco de Mayo, but we're not really celebrating the independence of Mexico, so we should be good, I think. Anyway, back in the day, it was boiled in like these clay pots. None of this microwave business. But nowadays, popcorn is like it's sold everywhere. It's sold in bags. It's sold in those little popcorn tins that you see in the checkout aisle at drugstores. I don't really know what happened, but that's not the original popcorn. It certainly isn't. But Colin is ready to go home for some real lunch. And yeah, popcorn, guys. So if you want some authentic popcorn, head to Mexico. Okay, thankfully my husband Dan is on a walk and he's not here to witness this because he told me not to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway because this is how you're supposed to do it. So I've got here my oiled chilies. By the way, guys, I did wash these ahead of time, so my oiled chilies are on top. I'm gonna light these burners and keep them on high. Okay, yes, no pans needed. Okay, light this one, have this one on high. So these are directly over the flame. I've got a pair of tongs here handy. Okay, it says that you can hear crackling and popping. That's a good thing. It says, I don't know, guys, it's really freaking me out. I guess you want to hear this crackling noise. The chilies are blistering and separating. Oh, brother. It says to do about 2 to 3 minutes per side and then to turn the chilies and then allow them to blacken on all sides but not turn to ash. Guys, I didn't make that up. That's what it says. I'm getting anxious. This looks like a 4th of July scene right here, and I don't know, guys, it's already freaking me out because I'm seeing flames and I don't know. Uh-oh. All right, we're gonna let that go for about 2 to 3 minutes and try not to burn down the kitchen. Okay, I'm already turning these. It's been a little under 2 or 3 minutes just because it looks like that one is a really high flame and this one doesn't seem to be cooking as fast. I don't know, I'm a little paranoid here, but as you see, it's starting to get this dark color. It's not turning to ash. It does say to keep it on high, so we're just gonna try to cover this as much as possible and cook it on all the sides and maybe let this one go a little faster or a little bit longer. Okay, guys, I'm really nervous right now. It's starting to smell. I'm gonna turn the camera off. Okay, there's that crackling and popping that we want to be hearing, so that's okay. Remember, guys, nothing is dying other than the insides of this pepper, which we want to have happen. We want the seeds and the stuff to naturally sort of fall out, so we're letting it blister like I do in the sun. Isn't that a song, Blister in the Sun? Okay, I'm not sure what's happening, but these ones look really charred and those ones are not as charred. So, maybe I'm just going to focus on these first and then try those. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing this on camera. Oh boy. I don't know about those, guys. Those ones look a little dark. So just be careful when you're doing this. Try not to overdo it, but make sure it does get cooked evenly. Okay, so nothing burned down. I'm not sure how black these are supposed to be. This does look like they are blackened on each side. It's not ash, it's kind of black, but I guess we'll see what happens when I cut these open. Okay, we're now up to the next thing that came from Mexico, and that is indeed chocolate. Yes, you guys, I'm sitting here destroying my kitchen again, as if I haven't done that enough this week. I'm making here a gluten-free chocolate cake for one of my good friends. She's turning 40 this weekend, so I just poured hot coffee in there. We'll see how that turns out. You guys might remember from last year that chocolate does indeed come from Mexico. I'm going to give Colin a little batter when he wakes up. It's morning right now, guys, so a little chocolate with breakfast never hurt anybody. I'm also going to make him his own cupcake over there, so we've got a few things going on. I'm such a great mother, of course. Lots of sugar here. Okay, so chocolate, yes. It began in Mexico about 4,000 years ago when it was ancient Mesoamerica, which is modern-day Mexico. It first started being harvested from the cacao plant. I think I said that right. I always want to say cacao, but it's not cacao. It's cacao or cacao, whatever you call it. So they actually drank chocolate in rituals and even used it as medicine. I will say chocolate is indeed medicine. I agree with that statement. And by the way, guys, chocolate, like Milky Way chocolate and like those chocolate bunnies, all those things, those are not like real chocolate unless you like this like bitter stuff. Okay, I do actually have this because I eat it. Where is it? Okay, so I eat this like dark chocolate. This is close. I also have like a lot of these like dark chocolate. So unless you eat those, oh, and Milk Duds. Yeah, guys, I just have this like randomly on hand. I don't know why I'm showing you my cabinets. I'm not showing you myself because it is like 8 in the morning and nobody wants to see me at 8 in the morning. Okay, so yeah, so those don't really count, those like wax-filled chocolates. You got to have the real deal. So bitter dark stuff is where it's at, and we're going to cook this, and I'm going to give Colin samples when he wakes up from his slumber. Hey guys, I lied. I am on camera at like 8 in the morning, so just like don't look at my face. Hi, Colin. Yes, I'm a great mother, guys, because we're gonna have a little bit of batter and a little bit of chocolate cake with banana. Don't worry, guys, we have some fruit in there for breakfast. Yes, Nana. We're gonna have nanas and cake. Just a little bit, not too much. It's not an everyday thing. All right, guys, we will see if he likes it, see how he likes his chocolate. He can thank Mexico for this invention. We'll see how it goes. No? Okay. No batter. That's okay. Yeah. Oh God, you guys, this might be a mistake. Okay, unfortunately for Colin, we're not having any more chocolate because the Mexicans also invented the number 0. Okay, as in 0 more chocolate for you, sir. Luckily, we have healthy pancakes in place. That's what we're having for the remainder of this breakfast. So we need to talk about the number 0. Okay, so Mexicans did apparently kind of invent this. I guess it appeared in Mesopotamia in 3 BC, but then the Mayans independently reinvented it around 4 AD, and then again it came about in India in like the 5th century, so like too little too late, I guess. And the ancient Mayans used it as like more of a placeholder, but not so much in equations. So it was described as, and I'm going to read this, guys. Remember, don't look at my face because it's like 8 a.m. The most striking example of the 0 being devised wholly from scratch. Okay, that sounds pretty deep. You guys thought you were here to drink some margaritas and eat tacos, but really we're contemplating the meaning of life. So yeah, that's what we're doing here today. 0 more chocolates, nanas it is. 0 more cupcakes, at least for the foreseeable future, until later today. So 0 it is, guys. 0 in on that. You're gonna shake those? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, next, guys, we are gonna place these in this Ziploc bag. While they're still hot, we're gonna have them steam in there. Here are my chilies steaming in there. They're taking a nice little steam there. I don't know, seems like therapeutic for the chilies. So we're gonna let that go for like maybe, I don't know, like a couple minutes. I lied, 10 minutes. Sorry guys, I don't have this memorized. 10 minutes, and until they're cool enough to handle. I've already kind of handled them, which tells you I probably didn't cook them quite long enough. I think my burner's just really high powered, guys. We're gonna let this go for about 10 minutes just to let them steam. I'm not sure what that does, but that's what we're supposed to do. So let's just follow the directions for now and see what happens. Okay, we are now burning off those chocolate calories at the park. This is becoming tradition. I don't know if we're burning off calories or we're still smelling our brains burning from that 0 invention we talked about. I don't know about you guys, but my brain is definitely smoking. All right, guys, we're a little out of breath again because we just finished a distance run with this stroller, and it's like really windy today. At least there was no weird 80s jams. But we're not here to talk about defibrillators today like last time. We're going to talk about soccer, and by soccer I mean football. To the rest of the world, soccer in our country we call it. Now most people think this was invented somewhere else, but actually in the year 3000 BC the Aztecs were playing another game that was, I guess, the original version of soccer called Tlatli or something like that. It kind of reminds me of like a coffee drink. I don't know, that's what I think of. So yeah, they were over there playing that long before it was ever a thing. It was more of a ritualistic kind of, I don't know, sacred, whatever that means, game. I don't know how a game can be sacred, but that's what it was. And we're going to be playing some soccer here in a second. I brought Colin's soccer ball. I figured I'd talk about it now while I was out of breath because that always makes sense. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, We're napping, but not for long. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. My chilies are definitely fully relaxed and steamy in their steam bath. We're gonna remove these now, assuming they are cool enough to handle. I think mine are. And we're gonna take either a knife or a spoon and we're gonna remove that charred outer covering. I guess that's normal, guys. It freaked me out a little bit, but we're gonna get rid of some of that black stuff on the outside. Okay, so here is how mine look. I think they're okay. See how this comes right off, this black stuff here? You want to just get rid of that. It's like where, I don't know, I feel like I'm playing Operation, like back in the day where you have to get the tongs and pull out the things. That was like before when I was trying to rotate these things with the tongs. Yeah, but it comes right off. Surprisingly, that's going really well. So we're going to do that with all of these. Get rid of that gross black stuff and move on to our next step. Alrighty, here's the moment of truth. I've got my nice soft green chilies, not green chilies, but green colored poblano peppers. Okay, so these are looking much better, not as charred now that I've scraped all the ash off or the black stuff. By the way, guys, I just rinsed these a little bit afterwards just to make sure it was all off. Our next thing that we have to do here is to cut these open. Okay, so we are going to make a vertical slit a 1/2 inch from the bottom tip. I don't know, that sounds kind of like a double negative to me, but we're gonna make a little slit in there. And then we're gonna remove, quote, the veins and the seeds. It really sounds like Operation now, you guys. But we are definitely not to remove the stems. It says so very clearly, except that stem removed itself. This is the rebel over here, this problem child chili. So we're gonna cut those open, scrape out the innards, and restuff with deliciousness. Okay, so I just cut this one. The bottom tip is here. I started cutting from there. And now as you see inside, we've got all these lovely seeds and veins, as they call it. And we're gonna scoop those out. This came nice, open, nice and easily there. We're gonna take that out, keep that stem on if we can, and do that with all 4 of these peppers. Ta-da, here's our chili peppers here. They're not perfect, that's okay. Some of them split a little bit from the bottom. They don't have to look perfect as long as they don't have any innards in them. They kind of remind me of those like banana peels that you throw out to make the cars behind you slide around in Mario. It kind of looks like that. Okay guys, so now that we have all of our stuff scooped out and our peppers at their finest, we are gonna stuff each one of these with about 3/4 of a cup of our Oaxaca cheese that we shredded and about 3 to 4 onion strips per chili. It doesn't sound like much, but there isn't much space in there, guys. And you can use a toothpick to close these because I'm so not organized. I don't have any of those right now, so we're just gonna do it the normal way, I guess. No closure needed. Okay, I have finished stuffing all of my peppers with the cheese and also the onions, and I somehow did find toothpicks, guys, because I'm so organized. So here we go. We have our 4 poblano peppers here. Now we're going to do the fun part where we get to coat these little guys. Guys, this is like the most involved thing I've made in a while. So, okay, let's start with supposedly the hardest part of this entire thing. I would have thought that would have been the cooking on the stove and trying not to burn down the kitchen, but I guess we're in for another treat here. Uh-oh. Okay, guys, we're up to our next one. This is earthquake-resistant structures. Okay, we are in Colin's room that looks like an earthquake disrupted it, and I look like a earthquake disrupted me because I just went running. So, so a man by the name of Manuel Gonzalez Flores, I think his name was, developed the structurally sound buildings that would sway, that would adapt with movement rather than remaining rigid. So he shared the wealth with the rest of the world, so any place that has earthquakes can now benefit from buildings that move instead of staying straight and collapsing. Luckily, they don't make earthquake-resistant block towers, or rather, else Colin would have, he'd have hours of, I guess, sound entertainment. Get it? Sound entertainment? Oh boy, guys. Okay, I need to go take a shower. Okay, Colin. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys my kitchen right now. I shouldn't be doing this, but literally this is where we started. We've migrated over here. Those are my handy dandy directions that are now like half soaked in water. Okay, so we're getting ready to start our egg mixture. Okay, we're gonna divide our 4 eggs, the eggs and the yolks, the whites and the yolks, I should say. We're gonna be putting our egg whites in the large bowl and our egg yolks in this medium bowl. Hey guys, if you've never separated an egg white and yolk before, it's easiest just to crack the egg and kind of bounce it back and forth between the 2 shells and just let all the white fall into there and then just dump the yellow in there. So, all right, we've now successfully separated our 4 egg mixtures and we're going to proceed. We're now going to add our ½ teaspoon of salt to the white mixture here. I'm going to put that in there, and then we are going to use this hand mixer, this handy dandy like Drug Mart, drugstore cheapo hand mixer that only has like all of one setting. That's okay. We're going to beat this until the egg whites form stiff peaks. Then we're going to beat these egg yolks with a fork until it's ready to fold into these egg whites that are soon to be peaks, until well incorporated, whatever that means. I don't know, guys. It's anybody's guess. So we're going to get started with our mixing. We're going to beat our egg whites until we get nice peaks. Okay. So this looks nice and frothy. If you've never beat an egg white before, that's what it looks like. It's not quite stiff, but it's probably stiff enough. You want it to kind of stand up when you do this. That's how you check for the peaks. Yeah, you'll see this, the egg whites are kind of standing up, so that's how you see. Okay, I think this is probably good. We're going to add this until well incorporated after we beat this, of course, with our fork and see what this turns into. Okay, we have finished beating this yellow egg here, the egg yellow there, as I call it, the yolk, I guess. Hopefully this egg isn't going to call the hotline on me this time. Okay, so we're going to pour this into here, okay, into my stiff peaks. And I'm going to stir this in, kind of fold it in, I guess, until I guess it looks like it's sort of mixed, but not really. Whenever they say fold in, they don't really mean mix. They mean like kind of get it around in there, but don't fully mix it. That's kind of hard, seeing as to the quantity difference here. So we'll see. I think it'll be okay. I think it's all going to be kind of in the same area anyway. So it's getting kind of yellowish. It should kind of look like a yellow, I can't talk to it, a yellow foam, if you will. So, okay. So I guess it looks like a lemon meringue pie. Probably tastes more like the farm at this point, but this is what we have here. We have our egg mixture. Okay, we're on to our next invention, and that is indeed Caesar salads. We're about to try one here. That's my favorite kind of salad, but yes, Caesar salads did not come from Caesar. A lot of people think that. I just think of like The Hangover, where the guy says that he's like, did Caesar live here? And he's talking about Caesar's palace in Las Vegas. So not everything that has Caesar belongs to actual Julius Caesar. So this one was actually invented by a man by the name of Caesar Cardini, I guess his name was. He was actually a chef from California. He transplanted to Mexico to escape the Prohibition. Understandable. He was a little low on ingredients, though, at this restaurant that he worked at. He was like, this. By the way, this restaurant was completely overrun by Americans who wanted to go there. So he decided to make up his own little thing. And he mixed like raw eggs and, let's see, mayonnaise and like a bunch of stuff. I don't know. And it was originally supposed to be a finger food. So you're supposed to dip the lettuce into the sauce, and that was supposed to be like an appetizer. Well, now it has a modern form. It was a big hit, and that's where Caesar salad really began. So I guess if it weren't for the Prohibition, it wouldn't be for Caesar salads, and it wouldn't be for Mexican invention. It would be invented in California. So, I don't know, fun fact. So I guess we're going to try a Caesar salad here. Colin's never had Caesar salad. In fact, I don't think he's ever had salad. We're working up an appetite here, so let's give it a try. Okay, we have here a little bit of Caesar salad. Colin, would you like to try some? Okay, we'll see how this goes.
Mama.
Yes, Colin.
Mama.
You want a little bit? Why don't you try a bite? See if you like it. What do you think of that? Maybe not so much? Okay, I've got time, guys. One of these days, we'll like Caesar salad. Maybe we'll just stick to Cheerios for now, but maybe next time. Okay, we're now at the point that we're going to dredge the chilies. Oh my gosh, you guys, these terms. Okay, so we're going to put we put our flour, our cup of flour here into a shallow bowl. This is what I have. These are meant for like eating, by the way, guys. I don't know who eats this much. It holds like an entire Tupperware of soup. Anyway, so it's perfect for our flour. So we're going to put flour there. We're going to take each one of these chilies. We're going to roll it around in flour. So I'm gonna do this first one here because this has a nice stem. I want to make sure it's covered. Roll it around here. Make sure it's not too submerged. We just want to get it nice and coated. Okay, I'm not going to hold it by the stem because we're going to need those stems later and I don't want to break it. So it's nice and covered here. Now we are going to put this into this after we shake off all the excess flour. Okay, this should be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to, wait, there's some cheese. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of roll that around in our lemon meringue-ish pie here. I only have one hand that I'm doing this with, so I'm just going to do one to show you guys and do the rest with two hands. I'm just going to make sure that this is covered. Like I said, I only have one hand. As long as you get the flour and the egg coating on it evenly, you should be good. So we're going to do that with the rest of those peppers over there. Okay, remember that guacamole bowl of 1 cup of oil? I'm going to pour this over a medium to large sized frying pan. Then I am going to put this on medium heat. Okay, we're going to let this oil get a little bit warm. By the way, this is how it came out. At St. Patrick's Day, I made alien stew and had a lot of things that look like cat barf. Now we just have something that looks like cat barf. Not so much alien stew, but we still have a little ways to go. So we'll see how this goes. By the way, guys, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this by the stem, which is why I said we need these stems. And we're supposed to dunk it into there and like let it get crispy. I don't know what to do about this one over here without the stem. I have tongs here on hand, the ones we used just in case things go horribly awry. I don't need to end up in the hospital today. At least I'm going to try not to. I want to make it to Cinco de Mayo. So, all right, we're going to let this get warm and then we're going to start our interesting sequence of events. Okay, here we go. Now that I've heated this, I'm going to let it kind of just sizzle. We want to make sure that each side gets cooked. So I'm going to use the stem for this one. And then I guess maybe the tongs for this one over here that didn't make it through the process. So we're going to let this sizzle just a little bit here. By the way, guys, you want to make sure this is hot before you stick it in here. You can't just stick it in the oil without it being hot. So make sure you let it heat before you start this. Hey guys, you can use a spoon if you need to kind of scoop on anywhere that didn't get oil. This one isn't turning out too bad. At least we're not hearing any bad crackling and popping here. Actually, that was good, but sounded bad. So right now, maybe calm before the storm, maybe just calm. I don't know, we'll find out. So we want to remove these and put them on a plate that has a towel to soak up the extra oil there. I have started using the tongs, by the way. I think it's a little bit easier than trying to hold it by the stem and being like worried that I'm gonna cause some kind of debacle since it's me. But the first one came out okay. It doesn't have to look perfect. Remember, there is going to be sauce with this, but that's how that looks. It's nice and golden brown there. By the way, guys, I had a thought. I just removed the toothpicks because you no longer need them with this breading here. Don't be that person that swallows a toothpick. That's never good. Don't do that. We're on our last one here, but these came out pretty good. Like I said, I prefer to use these tongs. I think it's a little easier than trying to dip my hand in there with the stem that may or may not stick. So that's the hard part, I guess. And next we will make the sauce after we're finished with that one. Okay, we are up to our next Mexican invention over here. As you see, I'm outside El Jalapeño's restaurant. As you see this lovely little painting here. I don't know why it's El Jalapenos. Seems like it should be El Jalapeno as in like singular, but I don't know. Never did figure that out. Anyway, we just came from the park here. We're talking inks today. So the Mexicans did invent lots of different kinds of inks. Okay, first of which is graffiti resistant ink. So it is resistant to like oils and like all the stuff that can stick to walls. So that was actually invented as late as the early 2000s. But ironically enough, at the same time, or around the same time, they were also inventing over there voter fraud resistant ink, which actually, quite on the opposite, sticks to human fingers for like 24 hours to prevent the same person from voting twice. So the Mexicans are over there being like, I just thought of this. Incredible. Get it? Like incredible? Oh God, you guys. I swear I'm almost done. By the way, that ink that I was talking about, I think it was called like Ditatum 3000, which kind of sounds like a printer ink. I don't know. That's just what I think of. Either that or like a spell from Harry Potter. So yeah, there's our mural there of obviously not using that resistant paint. Maybe they use the voters fraud paint. I don't know. Colin and I are getting ready to go to Trader Joe's here. Say hi, Colin. Say hi. He says he'd rather go to El Jalapeno. Okay, guys, we'll see you there. Okay, it's probably been a little more than 10 minutes. This is about done. These tomatoes are soft. The onions are starting to caramelize. Smells like garlic in here. That's always a good thing. All right, guys, so we're not done yet. It's been like almost 3 hours. I'm not even kidding. All right, so guys, we're going to take this off the heat. We're going to put it in a blender. We're going to add 2 cups of water, and then we're going to puree this. And then we're going to bring it, shocker, back to this pan. No, we're not finished yet, guys. Although we almost are, but not quite. Okay, I have removed all of what was in that pot into this blending cup here. I have this KitchenAid mixer that is trapped in the dishwasher. Guys, I was trying to clean while I was doing this. I could have used like the baby blender. I'm just going to use this because I think it's a little more efficient. So we're going to puree this and add it back to that pan. Okay, guys, this is where the debacle happens. This is the calm before the storm. This is the storm that comes after the calm. Okay, guys, I'm switching to this baby NutriBullet because I think it works better, but I guess it was already like going. I used it this morning to make pancakes and like oh no. And remember how we had alien stew last time? Well, we're having alien guts this time. Okay, guys, I'm gonna clean this mess up because Dan is gone again, thank the Lord. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta clean this up and get rid of the evidence. And don't forget to add those 2 cups of water before you do so, guys. It's been a long day. Indigo, violet. Okay, guys, we are watching Miss Rachel. That's all we're allowed to watch. And this is thanks to color television on my laptop. Colin is showing us his belly. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I chose to talk about this because, yes, indeed, the Mexicans did invent color television. A man by the name of Guillermo Gonzalez Camarena. That's one of those middle namers again, so he's probably really smart. He was like 22, by the way. This list is really starting to make me feel like a failure. I don't know what I was doing at 22, but it was a far cry from inventing color television. But this list that he is inventing here is going on because he, let's see, what else did he do? He later came up with a trigonometric field sequential system, and he improved the chromoscopic adapter, and he got his patent in 1946, and he screened images from his Mexico City lab. Oh man, guys, this guy is super cool. So if you ever want to know where color television comes from, indeed, Mexico. We did talk about that one last year, but you guys remember that, right?
Ready to hatch some cool pets. Click here.
Okay, nice and blended. I haven't cleaned this up yet. I just wanted to finish the job. So it looks like tomato soup or alien blood now, and we're gonna put that back in our pan, and now we really are gonna clean up this mess. Okay, here's our pureed sauce. This is where we add our salt here and our oregano for the sauce. We're gonna add those in. We're gonna bring it to a boil. Guys, I'm gonna put these onions in there. You're supposed to top it, but these are raw, so I'm just gonna cook it in with there just to make them a little softer. So I'm gonna pour all these and the onions in. Okay, so I have this on high actually just to get it to a boil. And once it does start boiling, then we're gonna reduce it to medium heat. And then we're like about to plate. So we are almost through the woods on this, guys. I'm not gonna show you my kitchen. It is not something that anybody should have to see right now. Okay, I'm gonna let that go, and I'm gonna start getting rid of some of the destructive evidence in here. Okay, it's already boiling, so I'm gonna reduce the heat to medium now and let it simmer for about 10 more minutes. Let these onions get soft. All right, guys. Well, the worst part about all this is that all of our cabinets are locked because we have a 1-year-old in the house, and I swear I keep unlocking them, but they keep locking themselves back up, and then I have to try to find the magnet. They're all magnetized, and then I have to try to find that, and then I have to try to open it, and then I try to lose it again, and then I find it again, and that's what happens. So in case anybody wants to know about my the past 3 hours, that's what I've been doing, is unlocking cabinets and relocking them. And we are done. Okay, our sauce is thickened. It smells aromatic. Our chilies over here are still intact. Now we're just going to use this wonderful plate and make it look pretty. All right, guys, let's assemble. So what I've done here is I just made a little bed here of pretend tomato soup / our sauce. Put the chili there, put the sauce on top. Now we'll put some of that cottage, whatever you want to call it, cheese on top. You can add some more oregano if you would like to, or whatever you'd like. At this point, you can also, of course, add banana, just in case you didn't get enough potassium today. Colin will probably be having banana with his, but okay, I'm just going to take that off for now, but then I'll add it back later. And here we go, you guys. This is our chili relleno. No fire started, just painted our walls red. That's okay. All right, guys, that is by far the most complicated dish I have made, like probably ever, especially since it's one that I don't typically like. So somebody better appreciate me around this house. Okay, guys, we're up to our last Mexican invention, and it is indeed chewing gum. I saved this for last just in case something doesn't go too well with the chili rellenos along with Colin's trough bib, because anything that he doesn't like gets expelled. So we'll be needing these things as breath refreshers. Well, this is a breath refresher anyway. So that did come from Mexico. It was actually accidentally invented by an exiled president of Mexico. Okay, guys, he was staying in Staten Island. Okay, he was penniless. He had this like solid plan in place that he was going to return to Mexico. He's going to make all this money so he could go back home. So he partnered with this this glass blower. Okay, that was in Staten Island. And he brought along with him something that a lot of Mexicans had at that point, which was something called chicle, which was like a flavorless kind of thing that people chewed on from the sapodilla tree. I guess that was in Mexico. People like always chewed on it anyway. It wasn't really gum. It was just something they chewed on. So he brought a big stack of that thinking, okay, I'm going to make this into, you guessed it, rubber. He wanted to make like the next form of latex. And so he employed his buddy there from the glass blowing place, and they tried and it didn't work out. And eventually they kind of gave way to, okay, well, what's plan B here? So they decided to just like add flavor. That started going over really well, and that became what is now chewing gum. He made lots of money from that. So that is the original birth of your big red and juicy fruit and big bubble tape roll. Do you guys remember those? So indeed, chewing gum came from a man from Mexico who was just trying to make a few extra dollars, or pesos, I guess, to return back home. His Lasix never turned out. That's okay. He got something else out of it. Kind of reminds me of that weird Wi-Fi invention from Ireland that we talked about. Nothing is ever truly a failure unless you call it one, right? So, all right, guys, moment of truth. We're going to try these chili rellenos. Okay guys, moment of truth. Colin is about to have our chili relleno. I don't know what he's gonna think of it. As you see, he's enjoying some banana with his, if you guys want to see. Colin, are you having nanas?
Nana.
Nana. Colin likes to have bananas with his chili relleno. I don't know what he's gonna think. We did kind of crush it up there a little bit for him. Uh-oh, I forgot to put on his Taco Tuesday outfit, and by outfit I mean his bib, because he wears this pretty much all the time because he's always spilling things.
Nana.
Yes, he likes bananas with his chili relleno, and it's even dunking in there. So we'll see how this goes. So goes the way at my house, you guys. It looks like he's eating. Are you eating some of that? Are you eating banana?
Nana.
Try my chili relleno. Is that good? Let's see what he thinks, you guys. Yummy? I think he likes it. Oh boy, I hope his mother likes it as much as he does. Colin, have some more. Do you want more? More? Guys, my husband was like, he's not going to eat that. Guess who's eating it? Oh, yes. Well, at least somebody in this household likes it. My husband and I have not tried it yet. That should be interesting for me. He'll probably like it. I might say that I like it. We'll see. I'll try to be truthful. Uh-oh. That might have been short-lived. All right, guys. This is not a very tidy experience, as you see. At least we're eating a little bit. We have put some stuff on the floor. I don't know if you guys can see that down there, but this is like a daily life, a daily day in the life, I should say. Yeah. Colin, is that good? Okay, I hope I believe him. The milk is promptly on the floor over there. All right, Colin. You see yourself? Say happy Cinco de Mayo. Done? Well done. It does need to go on the floor. Okay. Well done. Say bye-bye. Okay, that's not bye-bye. Say bye-bye. All done. Okay, moment of truth, moment of other truth here.
This is my favorite Mexican dish, so we'll see how it is. I don't know, man. It looks professional.
What do you mean you don't know? It took me 3 hours to make that.
Very tasty. Muy bien, actually.
Is that real or?
Very tasty. No, very tasty.
Okay.
Yeah. If I say anything else, I'd be in big time trouble.
I also have Cholula sauce on hand since this does come from that region. So
It's very tasty. I paid at least 5 pesos for this meal.
That's not very much. Maybe Samson should try some. He'd probably eat it. Plenty of salt.
Yeah. Okay, Turbs, you don't like chili rellenos.
I hate chili rellenos, but I did spend 3 hours making this, so I'm definitely gonna try it.
Okay.
Okay, a nice full sample of everything with my cotija cheese.
Biden looks very concerned about you trying this.
I don't think he's thinking about it either way. Okay. As usual, as I expected, I like it much better than I've had before.
See, they're
You're
tasty.
rolling-
I told you, they're
rolling your
tasty.
eyes.
They're
I'm
tasty.
not lying. It's good for what it is, what I made. This is really hot, by the way. It's kind of hot, and Colin ate it. Oh, oops. Oh, well. Anyway, it's pretty good. I think it's, yeah, it's pretty tasty for what it's worth. I probably won't make it again. That's good.
Hi.
Hi. All right, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed our Cinco de Mayo festivities today. And I still can't believe I actually liked that chili relleno. I never thought I'd hear myself say that. For the record, guys, I probably will never say it again. So if you have this video, it's a good record that I did at one point like a chili relleno. It's held through again. Once again, I liked what I made, even though it's something I traditionally didn't like. So it must be good. If you don't like chili rellenos, I highly recommend that particular recipe. Just don't get like sauce all over the wall or do and then just like record a vlog about it. I don't know. And hopefully you guys enjoyed all of our fun facts today, the things that came from Mexico. Colin ate a lot of bizarre things today, but then again, it is my son, so he always eats a lot of bizarre things, just like his mother. Real quick, guys, I want to give you a quick history lesson, or a geography lesson, I should say. We already gave you a history lesson. Mexico is indeed, in case you didn't know, is right below the United States. It's the southernmost country in North America, just in case you didn't know that. Or if you did know that, that's great too. If you didn't know it, maybe just don't tell anyone that and just pretend that you're this geography guru. So, okay guys, thanks so much for joining us. You know how I feel about laughs. Oh, you guys, Colin, where's your belly? We're going to show that again later, I'm sure. All right, Colin, can you say bye? Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. We'll do it on the floor here. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us, and we will see you next year. Enjoy lots of guacamole, chips and salsa, maybe some margaritas, and definitely some homemade chili rellenos. All right, we'll see you next time. Where's your belly? Where's your belly? There's your belly! There it is! I've been waiting for that belly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, Colin. Colin. Yes, Colin, we're all done. Say bye-bye. All done. Bye-bye. Happy Cinco de Mayo.